Today's video is about you taking pictures with no lights, just existing light, just some light, whatever light is around, that's it. Photography does not have to be complicated. It can be, I want you to see how much fun it can be, just how easy it is once you have an eye, because beautiful existing light is everywhere. The general rule is light that reflects off of more surfaces and comes from all directions, the softer the light is and the more flattering it is for the face. When you're in a canopy like this where there's all kinds of trees around, there's usually nice soft light. Also, when you're this is a natural jungle, but there's also the concrete jungle. For example, when you're in a city, there's a lot of light bouncing off of big giant walls of buildings. Big white walls are really good for that. Giant windows, when you're standing next to a big picture window, you have a lot of glass and sunlight coming in from both sides. That's really good lighting. There's a lot of situations out there. Once you get an eye for it, you'll see it everywhere. There's really good existing lighting in so many places where you don't need reflectors, you don't need strobes, you don't need softboxes, you just need a camera. That's it. Today we're using a simple little consumer camera. This is a Lumix Panasonic GX850. It's just this cute little camera. The only thing you need to do when taking pictures with existing lighting is to have one of these. That's it. A little collapsible gray card or white. You can use a piece of white paper. It doesn't have to be one of these, but you need a white balance. For example, because when you're doing existing lighting, the light that's hitting the person is reflecting the colors of whatever it's bouncing off of or whatever's around you. Right now we have a lot of green because we're in a jungle. So there's a lot of green light hitting her face, and we don't want her face to be green. So you have to white balance, and white balancing is really easy. Each camera is different in how it does it. You can use white or you can use neutral gray. Again, you can just use a piece of white paper, or if the person's wearing a white top, you can use that. Anything that's white is good, or gray. But unless it's a photographically neutral gray, I wouldn't trust, something that looks gray. I would rather use white, but in this case I have something that's gray, which is what I'm going to use. So that's all you need when you're taking pictures with existing light. So let's start and let's see how easy this is, and I want to show you it's just everywhere. Anywhere you go there's light that you could just use without using, have to add to the lights and to the stress of photography. Photography should be fun. Now you can see here we have light hitting us from behind, which causes a nice glow around our hair. So if the sunlight is behind you, that's a good place to start. So we have some nice light hitting her hair from behind, and we're just going to take some pictures. So here we go. Come along for the ride. So first thing we do is we white balance the picture. White balance is so easy, especially with Panasonics and Sonys. All Panasonic Lumix cameras have a white balance button right here on the camera. You just push that button, scroll through the different white balance settings until you get to a custom setting. You push up and a little square appears. You don't even have to fill the whole frame with white or gray like other cameras. You just fill that little square, that's it. And then you push OK, and that's it. White balancing is done. So now we are going to take pictures. Here we go. Click, click, click. It's so easy. This was just the first 5 seconds. No lights, no softboxes, no strobes, no reflectors, just existing lighting and a gray card. Let's continue on to some other locations. Okay, throw it away.
Gee.
Yeah. And the other cool thing about existing lighting, when you're shooting with existing lighting, is you can do videos. You don't have to worry about, because you're not using strobes, whatever light is already there is already perfect. So you can shoot videos and pictures at the same time, which is a really big plus. Always look for bright white reflective surfaces like a big wall or even something small like this. This is just a sign that the resort has. It's a flat white surface or off-white or tan or whatever. This is actually very similar to a reflector card. If you had somebody standing there holding a white card reflecting light, that's what this would do. So watch what happens. Right now you can see she has sunlight hitting this side of her face, but shade on that side of her face. You'll see she has light coming at her from both sides now, so now she has a more even light. Okay, got it. Okay, moving on. Okay, so as silly as this sounds, I just told her to stand here facing a white wall. All the beautiful stuff is back there. She can't see it, but the camera can. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the light bouncing off the wall. It's reflected, it's already reflected light as it is, shadow light. So it's going to be soft light hitting a soft white broken up surface wall, hitting her face. So it's going to be a very soft light hitting her. So let's take some pictures of her facing the wall. Here we go. Okay, white balance. Here are some other shots taken spur of the moment using only existing light. You never know when those magic moments will happen, so always have a camera handy, any camera. They all do white balancing, even the cheap pocket cameras. Learn to use white balance. It's not that hard. Just practice it a few minutes every day until it becomes second nature. Then as you live life, always keep an eye out for a big soft light source and be ready to capture those moments you'll always want to remember. Okay, well that was our little video on using existing lighting with no additional lights and still getting great shots. I hope that opened your eyes to some possibilities, inspired you in some way, because it's all about loving photography and not being overwhelmed by everything you have to do to take pictures. So I'm hoping you got a few more ideas from this. Subscribe to Marcus Picks, tell your friends about it. I'll see you in the next video.